Okay, in that case, let's get this set up.
Do we have audio playing?
Yes, we do.
Alright, just gonna double check. Listening to the levels. Alright, cool. Sounds like I'm in the bathroom high. Alright,
Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
that's cool. Alright, when you want to start streaming, we should be good to go.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. Cool.
Alright, we're in. JP,
Alright.
go ahead and keep me posted on how the positions are doing for this race, if you can.
Okay, so we have Bree just passing the start finish line here. Uh, on your screen now, you see. Oh, you know what? I just realized the stream is delayed, so I probably shouldn't watch that. Do you want to just use the normal camera?
You mean spectate?
Yeah.
I could.
We'll just keep everybody updated and like the times and whatnot.
Okay.
And then just like keep the playlist closed. You can keep the chat open though.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so we are looking at Viplummy, right?
Yes, this is Vi Plummy with Oyuroi in second position, running hards. Right in front of
Okay.
him is going to be Low Fun Greg with the E-Spirit team. He's going to be
Huge
running hards
surprise
as
though
well.
from Lawful Greg.
This is a surprise, but since we're only 9 laps in out of 39, there's still to see what will happen. Since he's running softs while a lot of people are running hards, so once they get onto
Yeah.
those soft compounds and he has to come in for the pit, there might be some issues on that front. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But he got
So
Sequoia in 5th with Vixala running softs as well. Most of the grid is either going to be on softs and hards. I believe it's going to be half and half from what I've seen. Actually, no, I believe more people are hards than softs. A lot of people in the top 10 are running softs, but then again, those people are going to have to come in for pits. Let
yeah,
me
one
see
thing.
who the first person is who's on softs instead of hards. That could
Well, the
be
first
Epic
person
Brother
would be
55.
Greg actually. But down in the pack, you mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
well, Greg's on softs, but Epic Brother's running third with only hard tires.
Which is pretty impressive. Greg needs to pull out a gap while he has the soft tire advantage because he's gonna have to run those same hard tires later in the race. Not mandatory, but if he wants to maintain grip during the course of this race, then he definitely does need to switch onto a harder tire.
Interesting notion to say, but it looks like each Ferrari driver is running hards right now.
You think we could see a two stop with the soft tire going soft, soft, soft?
Or hard, hard, hard. Or just hard and hard.
Yeah, they could go hard and hard, but they put so much tire life on the table without using it, so I feel like that wouldn't be the optimal strategy.
They'll have to keep in mind how many laps they can do with these tires. I believe with the softs, you're only running at about 1.2% per lap, while the hards are running about 1.4%. But those are just off of our calculations. That could change per each team. But for Ferrari, it seems like they're going to go with a strategy to keep those hards for as long as they can. They might change the softs later into the race, or they could believe that the hards are more overpowered over the softs.
Yeah, and it also does depend on the fuel load. You can either
Oh,
choose to run soft
who was
tires
that?
with
Was that Super
high
J in the
fuel.
back? I think he hit the wall in that last corner.
Oh, Super J, what position is he down into?
It looks like Super J is now into 12th, right behind.
12th position. Garrett Turbo. Speaking of Garrett Turbo, it looks like we haven't seen much progression from him. Last week he was storming away with the field. Now he can't seem to break the top 10 anymore. What
That's,
happened from one weekend to another?
I don't know, that sprint race might have. Oh, that was a bit of a slide coming from him,
Yeah, we
actually.
do. He was Tokyo drifting into the chicane there and did
I
a
will have
hairpin
to say
slide.
he had very considerable place downwards from the sprint race. I believe he finished in the lower top 10. He didn't finish in the top 10, he finished down in the 11th or 20.
Yeah, he finished 11th, which means he started 11th. He was one position off starting pole, and trying to drive through the traffic in GT3 is extremely difficult, especially on a very tight circuit like this.
And Garrett hasn't been able to catch any positions. He's still stuck at 11th, but somebody who has caught some positions, surprisingly, is JQN, who's gone from 8th. He was in the back of the pack, not being able to do a qualifying today.
Yeah, so JQN managing to keep it consistent, keeping it on the road in the Brand Star there. See, that's why he picked that team up. Are we gonna see some blue working on the Brand Star team like we
Well,
do in F2?
well, we could see some blue in the near future. However, That might just be for a special livery. Right now, I think we're going to keep with this livery. But while we're talking about blue, let's talk about East Sliders in 4th position with ZR Wetsport.
Yeah, doing a very impressive job there. In fact, the Valors look planted today. You know, it's mostly Valors in the top 5, top 10. We've got Breezy, East, and Vi Plummy all running the Valor right now.
It's
The other
mainly
car being
Vizzies and Valors, but then again, that's going to be most of the grid right now. The only Mayas I believe I've seen is Ferrari and Hyundai, but it seems like Hyundai is having a considerably slow start to this race. Boskin and Earbud taking 22nd and 23rd.
Well, Hyundai are a brand new team of brand new drivers, so you know it's expected for them to struggle a little bit for their first race. I mean, this is
Especially,
everybody's
yeah,
first race in
that is
GP3.
true, and especially since they only had 15 minutes of practice, they were at the back of the qualifying because somebody's decided not to do another qualifying.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that too much because remember, Rubbing's racing. JQ in 7th now with Patrick Earl right behind him, the
So,
wild child of F1 racing.
so how many WVDs do we have running on the grid right now?
Let's take a count. 1,
1,
2,
and that's it. Oh, we have another one. Where's the
3.
second one?
Well, I mean,
Where are they?
what are we talking Vizzies or what are we talking?
I was just talking WVDs. The Vizzies
Oh.
are Newington
Oh,
Motors,
WVD's Kasai's. Yeah,
Yeah.
only one team runs that, and that is Lotus.
and they're running down in a 16th position right now. Not looking too good for WVD. We need more of those cars, or we need better looking WVDs. That's what we need.
I can't see
Um,
who's in 4th position. Who is that? Oh, it's Hyundai.
That's Eastsiders.
Oh, sorry, I've been
Eastsiders.
24th. 24th.
Oh, 24th,
No, I'm not talking
right.
4th. I'm talking 24th. I'm talking about the one that I
Right.
can't even see on my board.
Yeah. So who was that?
That is gonna
Earbud
be-
underscore Penguin.
Yeah, Earbud.
Never seen that driver before. He must come straight from the MRT, don't you think?
I do have. Yeah, that is true. He's come from MRT and the Project Track Day community, but that is also the same with Juan 9074 in the new Pro Drive car. Who's running right
And
now in
they're
the
running
21st. He's in the
20.
same position as Hyundai in the fact that they're a brand new team with no practice on this track.
They do have a very beautiful livery, though, I must say. I
Why,
really
thank
do enjoy the new liveries. Very, very good from Shea. Did you make the Hyundai one as well?
No.
Yeah, I can tell
The
you.
only
You
one,
can really
yeah,
tell.
the ones I made recently were this one, the Pro Drive one, and also the one that Breezy's running with the TriStar, coming from the great state of Tennessee.
Pro Drive being the same car as Viplemy is running, right? Correct.
Viplummy, I believe, is running a Valor.
And you made the livery for that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Aha, see.
I also made the grill for that everybody decided they wanted to steal.
Everybody loves that grill, Shay. It's no wonder people want to steal it.
I guess you
Maybe
gotta
we might have to
put there.
start implementing those grills on all the cars.
I don't think everybody's gonna feel really happy about that Kasai grill, but I guess if Lycopian's liking it, then all the better for him.
Everybody loves the Kasai grill. We hate the original.
Can't wait for the
Speaking
new
of
TV
originals-
show. Everybody loves Shea.
Speaking of originals, we have in 4th and 5th, Epic Brother and Eric.
That is true. Epic and Eric, I believe they're running with the same team. Yes, they are.
They are running with the same team, and they're both ahead of the main Ferrari team. Very interesting.
Is that interesting? Maybe this is the main team and Dick Harris just been pulling our leg this whole time.
Maybe he has. Looks like we've got two of the brand stars running up in 8th and 9th position, both on for points.
Yeah, they're fighting for glory, but you still got Oya Roy in 1st and 6th right now, holding those positions tight.
Yeah. Viplummy managed to get ahead of Greg again. I'm not sure when that happened. Greg must have made a mistake somewhere. Very hard to be consistent on this track.
Looks like we're running 15 to 39 laps, which means we're getting ready to get to the halfway point. Has anybody done any pit stops recently?
Let's go ahead and check. Has anybody done any pit stops? Let's show those pits. We have exactly
No.
0 pitters. Wow.
Wow.
So people running the hard tires and people running the
It
soft tires.
seems like some people just want to keep those tires for the whole half of the race.
You know,
Interesting.
I wonder if people are running the hard tire, will they be able to make it to the end of the race on that tire?
That's
Maybe they
probably
might.
not. Probably not. I would expect not because you'd have to worry about the double of what you just. Excuse me. You'd have to worry about doing double what you just did, and seeing as this is a lot of laps, and you got to keep in mind that these are some hard turns. I don't think these tires are going to completely keep up with this whole race because nobody's been able to do that and do it successfully.
You know, I'm willing to bet 10 Bobucks that somebody It's gonna
Bulma.
go straight to the end.
All right, you know,
Without hitting.
I'll make a bet with you. If somebody doesn't do a pit stop and gets in the top 10, that's gonna be godly.
Okay, listen, they will not get into the top 10, but we do have our first pitter.
And who is
In
it?
13th place, I Super J. In
Oh,
the
I do see.
yeah, he's running the Esprit.
He is. Yeah, he's with E-Spirit. E-Spirit. But you guys gonna give you an aneurysm for that one.
I mean, I started calling them Esprit, but like people said Esprit. So wait, sorry, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Super J E-Spirit pitting. He's now at 18th. Eastliner's in
E-Spirit.
first. It looks like it's Valor
Oh.
v Valor right now.
When did that happen?
I guess he's just been pushing those hard tires a little hard. Huh.
Huh.
Coincidence.
So we've got Vibe Plumbing
Ooh,
running.
was
on
that
the
an
top
Audi?
gear.
Was that an Audi that just came out of the pits? Derp Dino.
Yeah, running down in what I presume can only be last position.
Well, let's see. Yep, that is last.
All right, we have 28 cars on track right now, actually.
Seems like we got a full grid right now, which is surprisingly efficient. Actually, I wouldn't say full grid because we are missing an Aston Martin, but that would also imply we're missing somebody else.
A full grid would be 36 cars, I believe. No, 32 cars, I believe. So we're only missing 3 or 4?
Well, how many are on the grid? I only saw 24. Let me check the...
There's 28 right now. That's how many are there. Well,
Oh,
we
I see.
started with 30. We started with
Oh,
32 drivers left.
that's a Hadjack just hit the wall on that S corner. Oh, and
he's
so
gonna
did the Pro Drive driver. Was that Juan? No, that was not Juan. I think that was Antelo.
Antelo running in probably dead last. Let's go ahead and find out where Antelo is running.
Ah, I gotta get out of full screen for that one. Hang on.
I got it. Antelo running in... I actually can't even see him on the board. Like, I'm looking at all the drivers, but I don't see his name here.
Whoa, was that a Boot GP driver that just crashed? I can't tell. Is that Warrior? Or is that the Mad Gamer? I don't know, but they're now neck and neck, so I'm guessing that was Warrior if he's over behind Mad Gamer. Which means he's going to be down into, I believe, 20th now.
That's a very bad position to be in right now. And yeah, Juan currently occupying 20th position, and after looking through the player list, the driver list, sorry, it doesn't look like Antelo's even racing. Is there an Antelo in this race?
Well, there's I believe there's 2 Pro Drives out there right now, so if it's not Antelo, it has to be somebody else.
Let's find out. So, Vi Plummy and Patty Kuro.
Check the bottom of the leaderboard for, a light blue.
Light blue, this Tactical, this Juan. Tactical Roblox Pepsi in 28th and last.
Is that who's in the Pro Drive?
Yeah, turns out.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, so the mystery of Antelo, we see a driver spinning and it is Tactical Roblox Pepsi again.
Well, I guess that makes more sense.
Perfect sense. Actually, just goes to show you that these cars can oversteer and understeer because, you look at the drivers leading the race and, you're like, oh, yeah, these cars are planted, but they're really not. These cars slide around. They have lots of oversteer, plenty of understeer when you go into corners too fast. These cars are very dynamic and it takes a very skilled driver to be able to control such a beast.
Speaking of good drivers, let's talk about Garrett, who's now fighting with Brandstar with that 10th and 9th position.
Finally making up a position down into 9th position now.
It looks like his hard tires are starting to finally take effect.
Hey, but he hits the wall coming out of the barrier, so it looks like he's got a lot of front wear on his
Will he hit
tires.
the wall again?
Let's find out.
No, it seems like he took that S-curve pretty well, unlike some of the people at the back of the pack.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But JQN with a green sector. Let's see if he can make the most of that. Right now, he's just in a rivalry battle with his teammate, J-Cash. But it seems like that's enough to put the power on Garrett.
And pulling way ahead, JQN is of Garrett. Garrett and JQN.
Oh, Garrett crashed! Garrett crashed!
In the background. Oh, he's gonna lose heaps of time with that now.
He's gonna have to take some time to get back in the pack.
Yeah, so he's currently 10th position. Let's see if he loses any more time. Driver behind is actually 10 seconds behind him.
Looks like Brandstar was giving him a bit of intimidation, making him make some mistakes. Good on their part. A little fun, Greg. What happened to him? He's out of the race.
Oh. Greg, out of the race. What happened?
Did he accidentally jump out of that seems impossible.
Oh, no, you're not. You can't jump out of the car by accident anymore.
You can't do it out of accident anymore.
I mean, he's 9th right now. I don't think he's out of the race.
No, Oh, wait,
He's
no. Oh, I see now.
oh,
Yeah.
now
These
it's coming
spectate
through.
cameras really be screwing with you. No, he was in the pits. But it seems like somebody else is
Right.
in the pits as well. Hang on a second. Who was that? Oh, that was a Ferrari driver.
That's Garrett Turbo. Garrett Turbo into the pits
Ah,
after that crash.
looks like he's done with those tires. He might be running softs now in order to get some time back. I don't know
Yeah,
how
let's
that's gonna
see.
do for him.
All
Oh,
right, so
yep, I think those might be softs.
well, we are 20 out of 39 laps. That means we're halfway. Let's see if we have any non-stoppers still.
Yep, that was definitely softs.
Whew, we have quite a few non-stoppers. Everybody who's pit so far, I believe they started on the softs. I don't think we have anybody else who's on the soft right
East
now.
just went into the pits. East just went into the pits.
All right, so let's see where he comes out. So he should be battling with Law Fun Greg. If
Looks
that
like
is
one of
the
the
case.
Oya Roy drivers just went into the pits as well. He's getting ready to change his
Yep.
tires.
Yep. And we have the two Ferraris coming down. I want to keep an eye on Law Fun Greg and see where he comes out in retrospect to East Sliders. East Sliders coming out of the pits right now. We've got the two Brand Stars coming around. I'm looking at East Sliders. East Sliders comes out behind the two Brand Star cars, which should mean
Whoa, that was a driver stuck in the S curve.
was
That might have
Horn?
been tactical. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's pretty tactical.
But in another turn of events, it seems like Patrick Curry fighting with Eric for that first position right now. See which one of them's gonna do the pits first.
Yep.
My golf.
So East coming out ahead of Law Fun Greg. So I think Greg probably crashed at some point and
Maybe.
decided to pit afterwards because there is a gap of 7 seconds between East and Law Fun Greg. And we know East was leading the race. And now we just have to see who continues to pit.
Alright, it
In
seems
fact-
like we're now in the halfway point of the race. Let's look at these standings. Patrick Curry on first with Eric and Epic taking up Ferrari's team into second and third with East behind them in a Wet Sport ZR. J Cass and JQ8R taking fifth and sixth for Brand Star. And then you got Low Fun Greg in the seventh position with E-Spirit. Eighth position is going to be Vi Plummy with Oya Roy. Breezy Thoughts in ninth position with his team, TriStar Racing. And then in 10th, you got I Super J with E-Spirit in 10th.
Patty Crow into the pits.
Garrett Turbo doing two purple sections on those new tires.
Oh, very beautiful lap from him. Let's see if he can finally get the lap together.
He's still
and
got to
start
get
putting
into
it
11th
into
position
consistent
back
laps.
too.
Yeah.
Whoa, hang on
Um,
a second. How did Low Fun Greg get up into 4th? Did all these people do pits? Oh, they
Yeah,
did.
so,
They did.
Yeah, they all did pit. The two Ferraris still need to pit up ahead. So there currently are only non-stoppers, and the highest stopper is East. So he is your net leader of the race, I do believe.
So
Yeah,
it
no
seems
pit.
like everybody's deciding to do pits at this point in time. Everybody's going to go hards, it seems. Yep,
Yeah, and
everybody's
if
going
anybody
hards.
does, if anybody does pit here, then
Uh-oh.
Levi O'Shea 10 Bobucks. What's the uh-oh?
Actually, no, it seems like Eric and Epic still need a pit. They haven't done a pit stop yet. So they're probably
Yeah,
going to wear those tires as far as they can. They come in for new tires and then run them on those new tires, which might be a very good strategy for them, but we'll have to see.
Yep. Let's see if we can get an interview here with Kai Kiera. We should set that up in about 2 minutes.
Well,
Garrett Turbo is up into 10th position.
Garrett, who? Garrett? Oh, yep, I see that now.
Garrett.
Seems like they're fighting with Brandstar yet again, but it seems like now he's up ahead. Now he's got Sequoia with Vexala to worry about, who's now in ninth.
All right, pulling in Kai Kiera.
Hello?
Welcome, Kai Kiera. How's it going?
Hello, Kakara.
It's going fine.
Ferrari 1-2. You guys have two teams. Gary Turbo struggling. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, so he wasn't really able to keep the tires up. Started wearing them out a lot. We had to pit him sooner. Eric is doing actually really good, so we're keeping him out as long as possible.
So I'm guessing
we
you're
should be
only
preparing
pitting.
for the stop soon.
I'm guessing you're only pitting until those tires finally wear out, right?
Well, the goal is to keep him out as long as possible. See what we can do with that.
Is a
Alright.
no-stop team possible for your two Ferrari drivers out ahead?
No, that's not what we're aiming for at all.
Please. All right, Kai Kiera. Thank you very much. You guys can go ahead and don't bottle this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
I really hope he
Alright.
didn't just jinx it for his team.
Hopefully not. It looks like Eric was doing a very strange line there through the final corner, taking the inside when you're normally supposed to take the outside line there, off the racing line completely.
It seems like Eric and Epic are just doing a Trump wall in the front of the grid, trying to keep everybody
Yep.
away from that position.
Yeah, but right behind them, look who they have.
Eric just had a
Ooh,
bit of a
Eric
mistake
hitting the
there, and East
wall.
is taking advantage of it.
Yeah, look who's behind him, East, who's now ahead of them on the fresher tires. The one stop does not look like the strategy to go on, but will pitting do them any favors?
Well, that depends on if they actually do or not.
Well, like Kakera said, it looks like they are planning on pitting.
Well, pitting at about 2 laps ahead of behind everybody else, that's going to mean they're going to be on fresher tires, so they're out the end of the race. However, if they can take advantage of that is yet to be seen. Oh, look at this. Patrick Curro and Vi Plummy sticking together with that 5th and 6th now. Now Brandstar's down at 11th and 12th, but we'll see how that keeps up. They still got some positions to catch up from since they did a pit stop.
Yep. Law Fun Greg here, in currently what is net second position behind the 2 Ferraris, 9 seconds off the leader. 9 seconds off of East. I don't think we've seen East win a race before. He came very close in Qatar last season. And I believe that was with Zeko, wasn't it?
Wait, yep, that's it. Ferrari just pit.
Alright, Ferrari doing the double stop here. Or double stacking their drivers. Oh, one driver already out of the pits. That was very fast.
It seems like they were... I don't know. We'll just have to expect them to have done well. But now that puts Oyeroy in 3rd and 4th, with Breezy in the TriStar in 5th. And Low Fun Greg's now in 2nd, right behind East. But they still got 8 seconds to catch up to East. Hopefully East can hold this line. If he can, then he'll be able to definitely clinch that win, but we'll have to see what happens. JCast with Brandstar now in 10th. Garrett's up to P6th. Oh, yep, he is, but has he done his pit stop yet?
Let's find out.
Actually, no, he has pit. He has pit because I know he changed from hards to softs.
Oh, that's right. So that means that is a net P6. That means he's in the correct position.
But he also...
got Ice Super behind him.
I do believe he also pit kind of early, so those tires might wear a little faster.
Yeah, and he's got the 2 Ferraris behind him.
He might just
around him.
He might just be running those tires for intimidation purposes, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, he's got one of the sister Ferraris ahead of him and his teammate behind him. So his teammate pit after him, I believe.
What do you think one of these hardest corners on this track has been so far? Definitely for a lot of these drivers, I think it's going to be like the S corner in the first sector.
Yeah, I believe that is the hardest corner. You need a lot of front downforce to get through that corner without hitting the wall, because looking at that corner right now, you can actually see a lot of drivers who consistently hit that wall. It's a very, very difficult turn to get. You need to carry maximum speed through it and get your turn-in points absolutely spot on. It's a very difficult corner.
That is true. Let's take a look at that corner real quick, as we see a few drivers going past it. That was Ferrari, Brandstar, E-Spirit. And who's this up ahead? Oh, that's a Pro Drive driver. Could it be Tactical?
Hey, let's pick a driver to go on board with.
Alright. That's JQN.
Well, actually taking a look at this.
JQN and JCast taking up 11th and 12th. They still got a few more positions to catch up for them to be in the points. But they still have a lot of people to keep up with for that. Oh, wait, no, Super J. Super J fell off behind. One of the Brandstars is going to take advantage of that. Now they're going to be fighting with him. But he also got Sequoia at 9th.
Garrett Turbo with the fastest lap here. You know, it looks like he's finally finding his pace.
Epic Brother might be able to take that position, though, because he's just done a purple sector with a green. We'll have to see what happens when he crosses that line. Go ahead.
So, Law Fun Greg, 9 seconds behind the leader, 6 seconds behind the leader now. He's catching.
I do believe that is a 7 second, but now it is 6.5, so you might be right.
Yeah, it's closing into the 6 seconds, and Law Fun Greg with a personal best sector. It looks like he's really starting to find his feet.
That might be true.
Epic Brother now overtaken Garrett Turbo for P6.
Looks like it's a bit of a rivalry between the Ferrari drivers.
Yeah, 6th, 7th, and 8th is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but instead of bread, it's just more peanut butter and jelly.
They're going to get a lot of points for the Ferrari, but that's going to be divided by the teams, so they'll have to see how they take that strategy.
But then we have the Boz in 15th position. We saw him being a race winner in GT3 last season.
He might be losing his capabilities. I don't know. Maybe he had a mistake. We weren't watching him the whole time.
This track is a lot like Monaco, and Monaco, you either have it or you don't. So if you struggle here, you know, it'll really compound the issue. But maybe he'll bounce back at the next track, which I believe is Canada.
Canada should be the next track. Hopefully that'll be ready by the time the race comes.
Hopefully. Let's hope we don't have to wait for that.
Yeah.
Scratch that. We're actually going to South Korea next week for GT3. Exciting.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Canada's on the... Yeah. Canada's on the on the F1 and F2 calendar.
But let's forget about GT3 for a minute. Let's talk about how France is going to be for F1.
Ooh, with the damage on, that's going to be a race of attrition. I predict 5 finishers.
Yeah, it might be the case. We will only be able to see once that race comes. Speaking of that, was that Dirt Dino having a bit of a slide over on that second sector end? Seems like he's trying to keep his footing, but is struggling a bit.
Best battle on track right now is between JXCast, JQN, and Zakoya here. Very interesting battle. We have 4 drivers fighting over 1 position on a street circuit. This is a very difficult position to be put into.
But even once they get those positions, they still have to worry about Ferrari up ahead of them. But it seems like they're not too far away from them. I'd say that's about a 3-second distance between them.
Something along those lines.
But Oyoroi,
a couple of cents.
both Oyoroi drivers are doing even better than Brandstar. What the fuck?
I mean, 3rd and 4th were basically an unheard of team until season 2. I mean, that's pretty crazy, you know. Very good job to Paddy Kuro, who is actually the F2 champion from last season.
That is true, and he's trying to get his footing in both leagues, but he might be sticking with F1 after this race. We'll have to see.
And he's attacking Greg right now for 2nd position. This is a podium position in Paddy Kuro's first GT3 feature race.
Knock knock, Greg. You might want to see who's behind you.
Yeah, take a look in your mirrors. I'm sure you can see him.
He's probably using his blinkers right now. You might want to watch yourself.
I think Lawful Greg has his indicators on. He's got his hazard lights on right now as how slow he's going.
He's honking his imaginary horde. He's going to start intimidating the hell out of Greg. He's feeling the heat.
Ooh, I mean, hey, if Greg can catch East and Paddy Kuro can catch Greg.
Ooh, Copiate in the pits.
Paddy Kuro should be able to catch East, and yeah.
Seems like Audi and Lotus are both pitting right now. That was also a Vexala driver I saw. Was that Sequoia? No, that was... Oh, that was Bomba Cloud, who's now down into 16th.
We have 4 drivers into the pits: a Ferrari, a Vexala.
Pat got in front of Greg.
Yeah, we had the Lotus pitting as well. The 1 Beta 0 car.
Oh, Organized in 22nd? Oh, it looks like he was able to catch up a few positions. Where did Dirt Dino go? Oh, so Dirt Dino's about to lose a few positions.
Pitting at such a strange time, though.
And it seems like Juan's going to be able to get past him. Yep, that's Juan with ProDrive now getting in front of Audi. Or he's going to fight with him, at least.
And what position is that in?
That's going to be 21st and 22nd, I believe.
21st, right, Juan. Here in the team name again?
That's going to be ProDrive and Audi.
Right, ProDrive. That's right. We got to get used to the new names. We have so many new GT3 teams coming in.
Yeah, you got TriStar, which I believe is right now Breezy and Epic Noob, who are actually right next to each other, but I feel like Breezy's about to lap him. And then you also got ProDrive, who's going to be Juan and Tactical. That's supposed to be Antelo, but I guess he wasn't able to make it to this race, so they have Tactical in his position.
Oh, Breezy last week.
And you also got... Oh, hang on a second. You got Hyundai, who's now in 14th. Looks like he was finally able to find his footing.
Boss Kitten, currently occupying that 14th position right now. He's running in single player. I don't see any cars in front of him or any cars behind him. For all we care, he could be doing hot laps right now.
He's actually on those soft tires, so I would expect that to be true. Running the Hyundai team, seems like they're getting some footing finally. I remember Sky was bragging a bit about having Boskinen as his driver. Let's see if he can reap the benefits.
Let's see.
Ooh, somebody hit the wall.
So
what turn?
Oh,
yo, that was Garrett. Oh, Garrett.
Oh, he's in the wall and still there, dude. And it takes a second to get into gear. You gotta really like put it back into neutral and then back into first with no throttle, and then sometimes it doesn't work. So then you gotta go back into neutral, and then you're just there forever.
And it looks like JQ and JCast were able to take advantage of that mistake he made, giving him an 8th and 9th position. Oh, and Garrett's back into the wall again. It seems like those soft tires are really ruining them.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the mojo right now, you know. He didn't have what he had 1 week ago here at the exact same track. Looking at the leaders though, it looks like Paddy Kuro is cutting into East's advantage here. He's got 7 laps to do something about it. Is East going to maintain his pace, or is he going to continue falling back? Paddy Kuro actually hitting the wall here though. See if
luckily that was a wall that wasn't slowing down too much, because that was a side hit.
Every wall that you hit does slow you down, but not as bad as the
not as bad as Garrett got.
Yeah, Gary got put to a standstill for at least a good, what, 10,
He
15
might have had a
seconds?
bit of wheel spin during hitting that wall, which would have caused his car to drag across it, making him
Yep.
lose a bunch of traction.
And you lose the steering out of your hands once you do that too.
Speaking of
Once
that,
you hit
how
the
is
wall,
Garrett doing right now? It seems like he's
10th position.
lost a few seconds off of the Brandstar boys. But it
Yeah,
seems
and
like
putting
Patrick
him
Crowe
back.
and Vi are running hard on this beginning of the. I believe this is going to be the
Lacopioid is
beginning of
out.
the 33rd lap. Who?
Lacopioid.
Oh, Lacopia is
Lacop-
out. I don't see him on the board anymore.
No fuel.
No fuel.
He ran out of fuel? What was he on?
OMG.
How did he
20
lose fuel so quickly?
Good question.
Yep, he's back in the pits right now.
Damn. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I'm sure Lotus is going to be really disappointed about that one. That was their only driver out on the field, I believe.
Well, they didn't lose too many points. They were going to get 0. They are now going to get
0.
Yep. Lot of fun, Greg. Green sector. He's finding pace. Currently
Finally.
in 4th position right now.
Did he take a pit or something? Oh, he's fighting with
No.
Vi now.
Yeah. What's interesting here, the gap between first and second, 4.7 seconds. Paddy Crowe is chipping away at East's lead, sector by sector by
Well, it
sector.
seems like everybody's following him and chipping away because they're all starting to catch up with him. East is going to have to hold strong into that position if he wants to keep it.
I mean, East is doing a great job right now. He's lapping one of the Hyundai cars. I believe
Uh-oh,
that's
speaking
Tactical
of that,
Pepsi.
Garrett was able to catch up with the Brandstar boys. He's now barely a second behind.
So Garrett has the pace, but not the consistency. That seems what he's lacking right now.
Well, he is on the soft tires. That might be something to say about them.
I mean, soft tires and low fuel, that's basically a qualifying setup. He should be able to punch these laps in sector after sector after sector.
True.
It's maybe due to the fact that he hasn't exactly done high fuel runs with these, so he's not very accustomed
I'm hearing
to the high fuel.
Boot GP having some problems with fuel.
Oh,
Can someone get on the boards and tell me what their fuels are at?
all right. Well, what are one of their drivers?
Let's talk Warrior Gabriel on a 50.
Okay, let's figure out his. All right, I'll get back to you on that.
Alright, let's look at some other drivers. I think we should check out Vexala real quick. As we see Zakoya, number 69, in a 12th position.
Nice.
Very nice. Seems like the person he's got to try and beat is I Super J with E-Spirit in 11th, but he's... Oh gosh, he's about... What is that? 12? 13? 15 seconds behind? He's got a lot of catching up to do if he's going to be able to get any points for his team, but he's also got to worry about Garrett Turbo in 10th position, who
Okay,
I do believe kind of fell back a bit. Go ahead.
fuel update. So, East Sliders in the lead of the race, currently running at 16%. Warrior in the Boot Motorsport car is only running at 13%. So, probably a lap down. I believe you consume 2.3 percent per lap here.
You should check Mad Gamer in 55.
We'll check him out. Number 55?
Yep, 55.
Thank you very much. Alright, so he is running 13%, just like his teammate.
Interesting. We'll have to see if they can hold that for the next 5 laps.
Patrick Crowe cut down the gap to East by 3.9 seconds.
Yep, I could see him in the spectate camera when I'm watching Patrick Kuro, so that means he's not too far away from him. We'll see if he can catch up with that. Valor's running real hard, but it seems like Low Fun Greg's letting the Vizzies do the talking.
Yeah, and when you spectate East, you can see Paddy Kuro there just chipping away at that lead again, just consistency.
He might not be knocking at his
He
door.
doesn't make any mistakes.
He might not be knocking at his door, but he's definitely walking up the alley.
Yeah, you'll be there in a couple of laps, I think, towards the end. This will really be a last push. Hopefully East doesn't feel the pressure. And Crumble, this is Gromowski's team here, senior director.
Hey, I mean, East was able to keep up on that one F1 season where it was based on the sprint races, but I don't know. We'll have to see how he does. He's been showing some considerable gains in the GT3 division.
Yeah, so what tires are Paddy Kuro running? He's running the
He's on
softs.
hards. No.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
Paddy Kuro
Paddy Kuro
is on
softs.
softs. Yeah, Paddy Kuro is
Yeah.
on softs. He's trying
So what I find-
he's trying to match the colors of his team.
What's interesting about this is that means that East should have the tire life towards the end of the race then.
Well, it
Because
depends
Paddy Kuro-
how well Paddy can hold those tires, because I just saw him hit the side of a wall.
Yeah, he did hit the side of the wall, so he must lose like about a tenth or two from doing that. But with Paddy Kuro, his tires will go off faster. East will have the stronger tires towards the end. I'm not sure Paddy Crow is going to be able to do it unless East makes a
JQ
major
in.
mistake.
Oh no, what happened to Epic? It seems like Epic's fallen behind a bit.
Oh, he's fallen to where Garrett Turbo is. That means he must have made a major mistake. He must have hit the S wall.
Yeah, guess where he was? The S curve.
Exactly where that is.
Oh, seems
going-
like, is that Breezy? No, that is Epic Dude. Seems like he's a lap behind in 18th, but he's fighting with Garrett and Epic right now. But Breezy, on the other hand, is in 6th with Eric Perry right next to him.
Oh, a battle here for 3rd position. It's Law Fun Greg and Vi Plummy here. Greg just losing out 3rd position to Vi Plummy. They've got 2 laps to get this order sorted out. You know, Greg's going to want to make sure that he's the car ahead, and Vi Plummy's going to want to make sure that he's the car ahead. Let's go take a look at Law Fun Greg here. Going through the S's. Both cars make it here. Keep an eye on this battle.
Well, something I want to talk about is how East Slider's in front with the Wedsport team. He's probably going to be able to get some good points for his team if he can keep that up. But where's his teammate? F1
Ooh.
fan is in 17th position right now.
100 seconds off his teammate.
That's a bit disappointing for ZR, but I guess with a first place position, they're able to get some good points for their team.
That is shameful.
I wonder how many points they were able to get. No, they were able to get a few points for the sprint race, I do believe. Seems like Patrick Hero and F1 fan actually got the same position during the sprint race, 5th and 6th, but they crossed the line at the exact same time, so the leaderboard did not know who to give it to. Uh-oh. Speaking of that, 38 to 39 laps. We're on the second to
lap here.
We're on the second to final lap right now, boys. This is where people are going to start doing their make or break strategies.
Gromowski would be absolutely happy to see one of his drivers win for his team. Him not being here this weekend, of course. But he's definitely missing out.
Hopefully he'll put that excitement into the track building he's going to do for Canada.
He better. Interestingly enough, there's battles everywhere. You know, between Breezy and... Oh, for a second there, I was so scared.
Looking at the chat, Lacopier is asking if you're Roy's Brandstar Jr. or just a different team that doesn't even associate.
Ooh, actually, this is looking great. I mean, you may as well start calling it a Brandstar.
Here we go. East is going to that final corner. He's about to start his final lap. Here we
Alright.
go.
Someone better tell East that he just needs to take it easy for this last lap. No mistakes. I'm going to be watching East.
And here we are. This is it. The final lap of the feature race at the France GT3. We've had so many weeks trying to get this right, and now we're finally going to be able to find out how it finishes off.
This race started 3 weeks ago, and it's finally finished. That has to be a record for the longest
He's
race
going
in
slowly
history.
on the front straight.
Garrett? Oh no,
Garrett.
Garrett's at 15th.
1% of fuel.
Oh no,
Okay.
he's going to run out of fuel. He's going to wait for them to finish the race.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
that's
smart.
horrible for his spot. That is horrible. It seems like,
And-
oh man, some people are running 100%. That might have actually been the strategy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, don't second guess the fuel. If you think you're gonna run low, you definitely need to start putting in more fuel to compensate for that.
All these drivers taking a safe route, which actually was able to benefit them in the long run. And here comes East going into the third sector. He's going to hit that chicane on the final stretch of the race. With
Yeah,
both
and
the
that was done
Hyundai
great.
drivers right behind him, actually, now that I say that. Boss
Yeah,
able to
and-
get it up in the 12th.
Yep. Oh, very amazing, actually. Boss Kit, out of nowhere, seemingly, actually. And coming around the final corner.
Here we go.
East Rider.
Oh no, Ted Boss ran out of fuel too, and Sequoia as well. Oh no!
East wins. The
East has
Ferrari.
won, but look at this, Patrick Curl and Vi Plummy with Oya Roy taking second and third for their team.
One
That is
massive
2
lap.
Oya Roys on the podium. Holy crap, guys. Low Fun Greg
One
taking the
lap and
fourth
East
with
podium.
East Spirit, getting some considerable points for his team. And who's this? Eric Perry with the Ferrari team, taking 5th
Yeah.
position.
You know, I think Oyo Roy may as well just be a Brandstar Jr. because you were a little
No,
bit too
Brandstar
excited about
Jr.'s
that.
Brandstar is an
Breezy,
Oya
now
Roy
crosses
Jr.
the
What do you
line.
mean? And here comes Breezy across the line, taking 7th, and right behind him is JQ was able to get 6th, in front of Breezy.
Jake
Holy
Quinn
cow!
didn't run out of
JQ
fuel. He
in!
did- Jake
JQ
Quinn
has
didn't run out of
finished the
fuel.
race.
He didn't run out of
Jake
fuel.
has taking 8th. And there's I Super J taking 9th behind Epic Brother. What the heck happened?
This is a crazy race.
Oh my
not really sure how-
goodness! This is
nobody could have won
incredible!
that. Who?
Holy.
We need to get the Ferrari strategy. Your
I've
strategy.
never
Organized,
seen
not
this
crosses the
before.
line.
This is crazy.
Garrett.
Oh, I need a minute. Hang on a second.
I'm sweating after that
What
one.
a race. What
Man,
Well,
Epic must have had the
race.
Epic must have had a crazy ass. He must have had a crazy ass crash. What in the world happened?
And how?
Super J was able to get in front of him.
Garrett Tempo still hasn't even registered as finishing. All right, well, let's pull one of the Ferrari engineers in here.
Oh god,
Black
that's
hair.
gotta be disappointing
Hello.
for them.
Happened?
Hey.
What happened? What
Hey,
happened?
care.
So we were planning to underfuel the car a little bit. It was just enough to finish, but the fuel consumption was really bad at the end.
Yikes.
But interestingly enough, Garrett Turbo doesn't even register as finishing. He's
Yeah,
the
but-
only person who doesn't have a finish flag on them.
We actually finished behind East, so I don't understand why it didn't count.
Well, yeah, he's in 22nd right now. Maybe he crossed the line too early. I'm not sure. But oh, Garrett Turbo and Tabaz 22nd and 23rd. That's ooh, very bad. But I mean, very good job on the sister team here. Actually, the sister team did better than the main Ferrari team.
Yeah.
That was a huge surprise. Where's Kaikera?
I gotta get Vi out of the pits. He had to reset his car.
Oh, let's go ahead and grab him right quick.
I mean, 3 out of 4 cars run out of fuel at the line for us.
Oh yeah.
Epic run
Ooh.
out of fuel, Garrett run out of fuel, Tables run out of fuel. We just
Epic?
put that JQ in.
And here comes Vi Plumby's car in
Um,
that third position. You might want to get
um,
whoever's in there out. There you go.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, close it
yeah.
off.
Rip. All Japanese podium.
Alright, everybody out, everybody out. There we go. And there's your podium. Wow.
Let's get the drivers over
All Valors. Let's just talk about that real quick. That is all
Oh.
Valor podium.
there. Oh, ooh, you know what? This almost feels like a season one GT3 where it was usually all Dragonites. That's a good change, I guess. Change for
Well,
the better.
Well, I don't want to say that
What
because
a
we
race.
also had a Valor in the podium at the final race of the last season.
Oh, that's right. It was actually Gromowski, and now it's Gromowski's team that's won the feature race.
East is taking his fire. And now we wait for them to go into the cooldown area so they can get ready for the podium.
Speaking of the Valor, let's remember Antolol from the Japanese GP.
Not sure why Bioplumbing has a new car. Okay, do you want to get out of your car?
Oh, somebody just had their car break. Oh,
Yeah,
that
'cause
looked
he
like
was in his car for some reason.
yeah, that was a Oyoroi car. What in the world?
I don't know why he had it. I think he respawned it for no reason.
Well, that's disappointing. All right, here's Vi. Now we got to get Pat in here. Where's Pat?
Alright. I gotta get back to my commentary box. See ya.
Alright, go for it, Deke. See you later. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
Bye.
Alright, while we wait for the podium ceremony.
Okay. Pat was getting his uniform real quick. I'm gonna let him do that real quick.
Alright, well,
Hang on a
Driver
second.
cool
Hang on
down.
a second.
yep.
I gotta bring Pat back. There he goes. Okay, cool. That takes care of that. Seems like everybody's getting ready for the podium. Here's the Hyundai drivers talking to each other. And see Dewa Krishna with him. regular when it comes to MRT, and you got Boss Kitten, Earbud. It was a good run for them, I will say. However, seeing as they didn't have a lot of practice, I guess they weren't able to get any points. But it seems like Boss Kitten was able to get a considerable time in 12th position, I believe it was.
All right, we will be announcing the drivers.
All right, here we go. And here comes the podium. And third we have, with Oyoroi, Vi Plummy. Second, with Oyoroi again, Patrick Kuro. And in the winner of the France GT3 with the Wedsport ZR is going to be East Sliders. Let's give a round of applause for all our drivers and our winners. Everybody did a great job today.
Let's get a nice shot of that podium. Nice zoom.
There it is.
Message from
A
Eve.
surprising race today. Nobody could have saw this coming. Not even me.
Caught us all off guard. Amazing. First victory for East Sliders. And a very surprising podium. Not a Ferrari driver in sight.
And that will do it for us in GT3 for Ion Racing. Be sure to catch us next week as we're going to start having our F1 and F2 races again, as long as their next GT3 race, our second GT3 race.
Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. This has been Ion Racing. We'll catch you next week. Ciao, ciao. Alright, good to end it?
Hang on. Gotta give him the good shot.
Oh yeah. Beautiful map. Beautiful map. The Principality.
The Baguette Land.
Hey, oh, Dakir is not even here.
Well, this is awkward.
Is it?
No, it's perfectly fine.